Hello and welcome to the show. For today's video we are going to be having a little bit of discussion, taking a look at Survive the Hunt 40-hour Halloween special, if you will. I didn't get any of the fun events really going on to affect me. I mean, there was always a chance, like so the Christine car would turn up, but it was never likely at the end of the day, so I didn't get to see any of that. It was, I mean, as ever, an interesting challenge. Okay, yes, we didn't have crazy big different rules. We had Pantos instead of Prees to blow up, which was a neat little touch. For this particular video, unfortunately, again, I should say we don't have the map, which is a little bit of a shame, and we do have the Hunter audio, a little bit of a language warning when it comes to that one. But yeah, so initial start to this, I mean, it works the same as we had seen. We had to blow up 3 of the Pantos, and we blast off into the city to go and grab a vehicle. It's not my favourite of the spawn sets particularly, but it works. We found a felon, which is not a bad shout for getting away in this. The convertible roof actually does help with the sticky bombing. Being able to take the roof down, having a clear shot, bomb cars makes life an awful lot easier. Now, in this one, I was quite lucky at this stage. I didn't realise, to me, as far as I was concerned, we had all the time in the world. We were in the clear. We hadn't really seen anybody all that much. And while nobody had cottoned on to what I was driving or where I was, as I was busy setting up for this, calling in Leicester and so on, we didn't actually have as bigger a gap to everyone else as I thought, or kind of as it appeared, because yeah, while we weren't seeing hunters' cars or stuff around us, they were actually a lot closer than I realised when it came to blowing up this car. So yeah, I just actually kind of get quite lucky in all of this.
He blew up mine.
Honestly, that was invisible to me just now.
He blew yours.
He's in Mirror Park.
Where's Mirror Park? Which one's that?
Mirror Park.
I'm gonna quickly hit record that.
Driving into it, where are you?
Mirror
Hit
Park.
record that on your.
I could not be
I'm
any further from that.
Okay.
No, it's not that one. Oh, come on, I'm literally here. Where are you?
Was anyone nearby, or were we all right around by the pier?
I haven't seen
I was
any.
near mine.
I'm literally inside.
I was near close to
Country road.
Chris,
not now. Shut up. Take me home.
No.
Well, you're just gonna leave me?
You are
Yeah.
home.
Yes.
Yeah. Fuck off.
Oh, I'm needed tonight, bad boy.
Not
once.
Richie.
Fucking hell.
Oh, I thought you said needed.
First time for
Jewish.
everything.
You didn't even call us Douglas.
You're a needy
by
bitch.
driving by me.
You'd have got straight. Yeah, you'd have got
I'm
straight
just
down there.
incompetent.
Why are you so
I'm
needy?
in Mirror Park, but where is him?
I'm probably
I
not
mean,
in
it's-
the
they
by
were-
the time we've all got here.
There were a couple of mini.
Well,
parts
from
looking
there.
about.
That man looks
Oh,
like
there's a
an
fat man
Amy's
stood
probably the
outside.
next logical target.
What'd you
say?
Kill the fat man.
What?
Has much happened? Or
Would
we got back?
be on a banana?
There was
Would it?
Probably
the
check the
only-
road. Check the road between Mirror Park
I
and
feel like I checked
where
most
Amy's
of the cars that were parked up,
Good point.
but there was there was a few mini parts.
He's probably gone that way.
I was watching
really
the game in
laggy.
case he did blow up my.
Yeah, it was.
I
hasn't.
went in the way
Even
from
south.
I went
Who's
in
in the
the
buzzer?
way from the motorway, and the only thing that came past me was a
Heading
giant tornado.
Bizarre.
There's a buzzer flying around.
So, having exploded the vehicle, there were cars kind of roughly around the area, but they weren't able to really spot much. They weren't close enough. No one really knew, or no one really saw my vehicle in this. So we were able to kind of sneak out of Mirror Park without being interrupted. Now, as we do head along here, a couple of hunters drive past, but they are not. I mean, they're kind of just looking in the general vicinity. They don't cotton on to anything. In fact, as the Sand King is driving around here, the conversation, if you like, is about nothing that's going on here. So they're just checking random cars. I don't even know if they crashed into that one just because it was gold in front of us. But they're just doing their own thing. And yeah, for this, I was thinking I was on the most part in the clear. You know, it's always nice when you can manage to do this. You can explode a car and sneak your way out without all that much trouble. And that is what it was seeming like to me. However, However, while the actual vehicles had all gone, all the hunter cars had moved on, the blimp just happened to be wandering around. I mean, this happens at the end of the day. The aircraft, it's kind of good for scouting. It's good for chases. It's not so great at doing sort of individual checks. It can't really check a specific car and go, okay, yeah, that's the person you're looking for. Or it's just a random AI. It can't really do that. It can kind of do more grand scheme searching, and when there is a chase, it can kind of follow a chase quite easily. But for whatever reason, its attention was taken by my particular vehicle.
We have
That's just a bloke.
around.
Bad man.
Oh shit.
Too
many. What
Has
the
he-
hell?
How many punters have you got so far?
Only one. He's got one.
Just the ones. Okay.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
pretty
I'm,
much- this mini
I'm
got
not
hit
sure that
pretty
autark
hard.
is fair. Oh, it's for the import thing. Isn't
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, definitely not
I was
hit.
going to take to the docks. Oh, hello.
Yeah. If he happens to be in a chase, then whoops.
I'm not going to chase him in. I'm just getting my 20k.
He says.
I'm just
Like a
following this
liar.
black car in the motorway.
Oh no, you got me.
There's cars
Where
going
about
Alex's
past.
car,
I see you, I see you.
realised, is abandoned
I'm behind you,
right
actually.
next to my prey.
I've
Buzzer's still knocking about.
You sure?
Maybe went for that one first or something. Drove past.
Which, is it up above or below?
The lowest.
Or to the side.
Getaway
Okay,
car.
I'm on
I
the
don't know
left.
what a getaway car is.
Nope.
No.
Oh,
I
I
mean, to
tell
be
you
fair,
that.
Chris is supposed to
It's
as well.
up, it's up your butt.
The tree at Mars is going to cause quite an explosion. And
There was a few cars nearby, isn't there?
around it.
Right, okay, up here. Anything, Longbow?
That's really weird.
What is?
No, I was following this black convertible. I thought it looked suspicious as a possibility, and now I just lost it. Could be because it went through the intersection and I just lost it, but
Because it's
it's weird.
Maybe it was him and he noticed and he dashed whilst he was under the bridge.
Yeah,
Halloween.
it was under the
bugger
bridge,
for Alex.
so
Alex,
He-
Alex
could have
under
changed
the
it,
bridge.
but
Oh, for fuck's sake.
He doesn't
we'll
look
look
up
around
to
here
be
then.
fair. Alex
Flood
doesn't
making
look up.
jokes.
I know, but I was
So,
following it for a
I've
while. You would have
I've
seen it.
fragged
You would have seen me.
Alex slightly. I've parked his...
Oh no, I've seen it. I think
What?
I've se-
Where?
What?
It is under the bridge. It's on the rail. It's on the railway tracks.
Could be,
There's a
yeah.
vehicle down there.
Around that
There's a
area.
vehicle
Okay,
down there.
I'm
I've
just
seen
following
it.
you, Stevie.
There's a
Following
vehicle
you.
down there.
Which bridge? Where?
You
I suggest we do
That's where I
leave
am.
it reasonably alone.
I can't
Yeah.
see you.
It's
Look.
not,
I
it's
don't.
not hog it.
It's around
It's
I don't
literally
know,
here.
it.
Literally here.
Okay then, man, do you want this to end
It's
right now?
literally just
Was it
here.
going this way?
Give it a chase at least.
Right,
Right,
a red
right,
mini.
gone.
A red mini has just showed up at the in Pega's Pre,
Oh,
okay.
and the woman's got out. So
Hi.
don't worry about it.
And it's all then.
Can
never know. He could have
Maybe
paid
he's in the storm
100k
drain.
for Halloween.
My
I mean,
mugger is
just
approaching.
the storm
casino.
drain
We'll
is
do that
around
one thing. The
here.
computer's all.
Where
Should we
is
check the storm drain,
Brazen's last
Stevie?
bumpy tree? I still don't know where it is. Oh, found
The
it.
pier.
Is it by this tree? Maybe because I drove to
On
the
the
car
edge of the
park.
pier.
Oh, I drove
that's
to-
a loss.
Oh,
Just
on the
seen a
floor.
mini hit a mini.
It's a mini.
I can't see anything.
another
in the
mini.
storm
This
drain.
blue
Fair
mini.
enough.
So I was worrying about I was worried about the blimp a little bit more. Of course, well, yes, the blimp is good for scouting. It can't always see everything that's going on. The third-person camera means that just the physical size of the thing can block your view from time to time. And while it looked like the blimp was following me and it'd seen me in the train yard, it actually hadn't. Now, another car, they were checking out the vehicle. I made the right call at the end of the day with this one. The blimp was definitely paying attention to my car, and by diving off the road in the kind of hiding under the overpasses in that sort of cluttered area, I was able to get away, get out of sight. And while they did kind of see a car from a distance when they were sort of looking for what had happened to this vehicle, someone did spot it sort of looking over the edge. I was long gone by that point. By the time they could get any vehicles into the right place, I was out of there and was not going to have any problems. So life continued in this one. We drove about, everything was, I say, relatively okay, and then we had the mugger saga. Well, I don't know, I was supposed to call muggers on me. For this one, I mean, it was highly entertaining. I will give them that much. The sort of weird chase that we were doing through the streets with a mugger desperately trying to run behind my car, stopping at it felt like stopping at every bloody junction. So it was a different sort of challenge. That much is for sure. It's a very different sort of challenge for me to have to try and deal with. I mean, we played it surprisingly well, considering how badly this could have gone. The end here, it went a little bit awry for me. I was stationary for a little too long, but yeah, this could have gone so much worse at the end of the day.
Corner of an
Oh. I guess I know that it's not this many.
Do I tell you now? No. Do I tell you now there are loads of AIs freaking out around me as if someone's, just been mugged?
Him be
Where are
let
you?
him get back in
Do
his
the
car?
AI freak out if you've been mugged?
Well, someone did.
Well, he shot the mugger, so...
the mugger, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
he's
By live
Well-
data.
Well, I mean, he's
Well, let's not be
gone
too
back.
shy.
No,
Hasn't sent any
to be
messages in
fair, there's a
Discord.
notification that says the ladder and mug has
I'm
been
not saying
killed.
I
It hasn't
like
come
the
up
video,
yet.
there's nothing happening. I'm live
Yeah,
about
it
it.
was.
It came up.
It came up. It came up.
Came up
It
and
came
he
up
got
that
mugged.
it came up that he got mugged, not that the mug has been
No,
killed.
but it
came
yeah,
up.
You
it
can
was
check,
killed.
quickly
Killed.
check. No, it did. It said the mother said by
100%.
Yeah. So the mugger had been killed.
I had
money for the briefest time.
Has anybody ditched a green Issy?
Well, that was a mugged vehicle that it was in.
There very well could be.
Actually, there were
It's a
3
I
AIs
don't
in
think
the corner
Do you have an
here
issy?
that all just ran away.
Oh, sorry, it's dark grey.
There were 3 people here
Dark
that just ran
player.
towards me for no
I
reason.
have a feeling
Who's that
one?
one?
Go
Let's go here.
4v1
This time.
at the movie studio.
Red car. This car.
So is that
Yeah.
never mind.
So if he hasn't got back in it, maybe he's still on foot.
The fuck
Why
are
is
you
it here?
doing?
Just-
There's
Did you
also a
check for
police car by
pedestrians, or do
Life
you think
Invader
he-
just sitting in
It's a woman
traffic.
driver.
So
There
it
is.
indicates somebody
that
had
was-
cops around here.
That was me. I've got a
My
second
breed is
vehicle.
blue!
Oh, which one's that?
Maybe I
It's
was.
the
Epsilon.
yeah. Epsilon.
Alright.
Maybe I was.
Where is
Right.
Epsilon?
I am
He's round
so
his
nearby that.
Next
Me
to
and
Michael's
Michael's
house.
gone far.
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay.
Oh god, I'm struggling.
I
I've
am
got an
right
idea.
nearby that. Whoever's in the red buffalo, it's next left, I think.
Wow, look how big
Yeah,
the
so-
look.
Stevie is behind you.
Okay,
Oh,
someone's
this
been
side.
He's
killed
around
with
here
an intruder.
somewhere.
He's around here, yeah.
Okay,
It's a white
His
one.
car's
Hasn't
also
dampened his
gone.
fucking spirit, has it?
His
Yeah,
car's
he's got
gone,
right
it's
back
in his
on.
felter.
Is that? No, I think that's
Right,
not
if he's
right
going to
now.
be...
No, that
What's that AI going around?
although to be fair. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
that is it.
Black Oracle
Yeah.
by the
Black Oracle.
at the mall somewhere.
Yeah, heading down the hill.
Oh, there's also crashed
Okay.
people.
Nice one.
Where's he going now?
Which way he's
South.
going? He's having real issues with the lamppost. He hasn't moved.
Heading
Yeah,
towards
he's stuck
the
at the lamppost last minute. He's driving through the building. He
We'll
can jump
update you in a
through.
sec.
Ah!
Going through
Okay.
the
No.
mall building.
That didn't go well. He's gone towards the city, I think.
We're in the city.
Yeah, no, that's
Pega,
central
why
city,
are you
main
so-
bar,
so vague?
downtown.
Oh shit! I've missed that coming up. Ow!
Brace
I don't know.
Amy, there's a wall there.
I was looking behind me.
Yeah.
Is that a?
Uh-oh. Shut up, I know
Does that
there's a
sound
killer there.
believable?
Fuck off.
Are we actually
Which way
chasing him
now,
or what?
Pega?
No, I don't think so.
We lost him.
By the way.
Have we been bamboozled again?
So,
He sounds more like you're competent. rather than-
Yeah, it sounds more like Pega was being.
I thought everybody follows me.
what?
Yeah,
Pega
blaming Pega.
I was like the second or third guy in the chase.
Oh, right. So
I
whoever's
was
in
worse.
I was through the air and then Pega
Stevie,
crashed into me, so
who
I
was
lost him.
blocking the building.
I was in the air going through that building. And
Pega,
Pega crashed
you in the
into
little
me
red
midair and I lost him. That's technically it isn't Pega's fault.
Yeah,
What? You already crashed when I hit you.
Oh, it's like for Black Oracle that might still be shitting itself.
So I had been pretty accurate with how I figured I'd lost this chase, well, during the actual video, if you like. Jumping through, and this is why I take some of these sort of awkward jumps and so on. 9 times out of 10, everyone gets through that fine, but this was one of the examples of the car behind me, I think it was the Lurcher, the big hearse, crashed on the jump. It got stuck, and in getting stuck, the cars that were behind it, that were following me in this chase, also lost a heap of time. And by that point, I could get away. No one was behind me following. I could just kind of disappear into the night and be well out of the way. Now, I'm not to know this at the time, which is why I ended up hiding around. I didn't have to hide around here. We were actually well out of sight before we got to this area, but I don't know that. At the time where that's going on, I don't know that we've got as bigger a margin, so we played it a little bit safe, but it did work. Yeah, their little confusion, their little mess bought me enough time that I could get away, and they would just lose track of me. And then it was off to blow up the third and final of the Panthers. Not my best sticky bombing, but it would get the job done in the end. That's the bit that matters.
Yeah.
Oh,
my
Panthers
gone.
My
Panthers gone.
Amy's
Can't
fucking
so
far
far
Can't meet.
away.
Of course, it's super sad to see.
Take me ages to get there in tank.
So,
Maybe the dots was a shout.
Why didn't Alex think of me?
She doesn't love you.
There are a lot of cars parked.
Right.
does.
My God.
They're all in panic mode, all the ones I'm near.
What, are they near your tree?
Yeah. Oh
Well,
god,
yeah,
no one's
well,
trying to steal me.
We're never
Sorry.
going to remove like muscle memory. We're
Yeah.
actually
Was
off.
free.
No.
Opposite.
Across the
I
road
can't
from
eat.
us,
it could be fucking like dumped.
Well, we
or
found
something.
the first one.
where that little industrial building
Well, I
is,
was following
like
that,
the
that's
factory.
right next by it.
So obviously check the road going north, directly north, and check the outskirts.
Would Chris have
road
held
going
it
north.
in the oil fields?
Hope don't run.
I
But
possibly.
what, he could have just gone south.
There's a
No.
huge traffic jam here.
Well, I checked south and I didn't see anything.
Tons of cars at this intersection.
No, I'm heading north now.
Remember, it's pretty easy to get access to the motorway from there. Like
It's
the one
pretty easy.
There's a red
Where's
car
the
that just
two
went
bullets?
around.
Ha, ha, ha.
It's probably not him.
Prick.
What do you reckon?
No, about me, Longbow, yeah? No, it's dark red Figaro.
Dark red.
This one going over the bridge.
Red.
Yeah, there's it's further up ahead from me.
Oh, I see that one.
Red.
Oh, that's my tank.
It's a lady, so no.
Alright.
Oh, you in? Hi.
Hello.
Train.
I remember you.
It's your
Hey,
tree.
I know. How did a curb kill me?
So I had been astonishingly lucky in that they had not been paying enough attention to the vehicles. I think it was Lado who was driving the red car that did actually look at the Mini driving a bit funny, saw my character model and thought it was a female character, figured it wasn't me, and just drove off. So I got incredibly lucky as we went off to go and grab our getaway vehicle.
Maybe Chris put it in the Maybe Chris put it in the hollow building.
You.
Yes. Or
The
underground.
hollow building. Just something very weird just turned up.
Oh! Yeah. What was that?
Is it?
Has anyone checked the bin?
There's something by the golf course.
Yes, that,
I checked.
Who is
that looks like
reassembling
it.
their
That sounds like
entire
Driving.
I think
I
that
was
is it.
changing my back to
Phoebe.
Joel.
Right.
Could you do it less
Pegasus got
obnoxiously,
loot.
pretty please?
Oh, coming up past the big centre in the city.
Have you found it? It's center.
I hope he's got my message on Discord.
What
by
if
the
you said it's the
university.
wrong person?
Is it at university now?
Is it in?
Yeah,
is the car
Round the back of the
moving?
uni.
Yeah, it's a black.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that is
It's
it.
gonna
That
be
is the
hills.
hills. Yeah.
And is it being
Meanwhile,
driven? Is it being driven or is it parked?
It's a yes.
It's being
It's
driven.
fucking strange.
How would it move if it wasn't being driven?
Where in Pega? 'Cause
I
I'm
found
in the
I don't know if
Uh,
it's moving. No
it's
one's
still
taking
by
it
the-
in.
I don't know what it's called. It starts with a K. doesn't it?
Stevie?
What? Top of the university, isn't it?
Oh, I'm just passing it.
West
top
of the
road.
map.
Heading up the road.
West, the left-hand side of that.
Yeah, not the highway, but the
Yeah,
road
yeah.
that
no,
goes-
The next road along.
I know you mean.
Why you went past the port centre?
Yeah,
Is
he's
he
heading
bombing it?
north.
I assume he's bombing it.
Yeah, yeah.
He's heading north now.
That can go any sort of places, that ride. Head
I think
towards the
it's
military
army base. Right, yeah.
Yeah.
He's going,
Well,
but
you-
yeah,
I'm going up
When you
that.
drives past the
road, you
vineyard.
go left or right. So it's, yeah.
I
Left is
thought
the
it-
base, right is just
Hit something.
Right is countryside.
yes. So it's more likely to be from military base, I think, because it's easier. But I don't know.
Well, yeah, but Maybe he doesn't want to risk Chris getting blown up.
Yeah, he's still on this road. I think
Chris is probably going to blow him up.
By the vineyard.
I hope so.
Past the vineyard.
Chris would
Fucking
pick
hell,
something
he's
very. Chris would pick somewhere very easy to land.
Beach.
No, he would not.
No, but I thought the whole point was
The
that Chris has to
military
pick up
base.
Alex wherever Alex goes.
It's going east
No,
towards the
there's a
military
pickup
base.
point.
Towards the highway.
West.
Eat shredded wheat. That's west, mate.
West,
Yeah,
sorry,
that's
west, sorry. The other
I
one.
thought the pickup point was just whenever Alex manages to escape from us.
Yeah.
Oh no, no, so there's a designated pickup, but yeah, got you.
Yeah, I'm on
Oh,
my
is
way.
it?
Chris is just going to be hiding where the...
I see Longbow, you on them?
No,
hello,
I
Ian.
don't know where they are.
They're in
Longbow, is that a cargo
It's going over the bridge towards the army base.
Oh, so he's going through the tunnel.
Yeah, towards the tunnel.
Right, well, that kind of helps us.
Here's a nice one,
Chris
Ewan.
has got to fly around.
Okay.
Hugh, is this you?
Oh, I can see a helicopter.
I don't know. Yes,
Is
hi.
not helping you right now.
I could see
the
a
blue-
bob off
see
the
blue-
Longbow,
Sky.
full speed ahead, Longbow.
Yeah, full
Yeah,
speed.
the
Other side.
Longbow just not
yeah, Longbow
letting
can't
them
go.
flying
He
over the
doesn't
military
face
base.
I can't.
He's got to go round.
Longbow, you're going to
Military
try
base.
ram,
Hangars.
Chris.
He took a left after that tunnel.
If he
left
comes
after
through
the
Longbow,
tunnel.
crash into the helicopter. Oh,
What,
shit.
so is he
Oh,
going
I
on to the
can
base?
see a shadow of a cargo bomb.
Oh, I know.
I can't see the
I
cargo
can see,
bomb.
I can see a jet
Oh, I
plummeting
see the
towards
cargo
the
bomb.
earth.
Yes,
I can see the corner one. Yeah.
He's gonna hit the
Don't
blimp.
forget,
He's on the beach, he's on the beach.
He's going on the beach next to the mountain.
Yeah, I see
He's
the
on, yeah,
bomb.
he's on the
I see
beach.
the
There's
bomb.
not a chance
I
he
did see
gets
him on the
this.
beach.
That was killing
I'd
it.
kill him.
Yeah, he's on the
Kill
beach.
him.
He's right underneath
Oh,
me.
there's someone. Someone just
Get
cried.
Ow, what? He one-shot me.
Oh, you killed
Ow.
him.
Oh,
It's going to be enough to kill him,
I'm
sure.
in the tunnel.
I'm in the tunnel as well.
And the
What do?
helicopter!
no, because you have to pick up the car.
You have to
don't
pick up the
That's
car,
the
you
point of the cargo
moron!
Oh,
I have it!
no.
He's eating it.
We can still kill him.
Yes!
Kill him.
Longbow, chase him.
Jump down
Yeah,
and fall
no,
over.
no,
What? Oh, the blimp was in the
I
way.
can't shoot.
Do you have Alex
Blimp.
as well?
Yep.
Yeah, he's got Alex.
Fuck.
And that was us off into the sky. I mean, we very nearly got out of the city without being spotted. Actually, the car, where the car was parked, wasn't too bad for me to get out. We just were not quite far enough away. A couple of vehicles were close enough. They had never found where this car was. They had no idea. They just happened to be in that area at the time. And as I grabbed this to try and get away, they just saw sort of the tail end of it fleeing. I mean, it worked for me. It built. I had a big enough kind of gap that they were never really close as we fled the city, which meant I'd get to this pickup point. It was a little bit fraught trying to get the helicopter connected. Chris didn't want to connect to the car without me being in the car, but I couldn't sit in the car completely on my own, otherwise we're going to get shot. So it was a really difficult game of trying to judge at what point to jump in the car. But we definitely had to kill Impega. We had to kill that first car. That would have killed me. The others, it was difficult to judge, but it worked. At the end of the day, it did. We did get the job done. We got the vehicle lifted into the air, and this was good fun. This was as a good fun survive the hunt. It was definitely a challenge at the end. It could have gone really badly wrong. It could have gone really badly wrong with this pickup, but we did manage to make it work. That was the important bits, and yeah. The Cargo Bob airlift escape somehow went better than anybody ever expected. Anyway, that is going to be it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.